take to make a hit sitcom?
Well, it's so much of it is the cast. I mean, I don't know. We don't know. It's not like we've done it that many times, right? But it really requires a cast that is that encompasses a lot of things, and we have it in Nathan and Nathan Lee and Matt Bomer, and we had it in Linda Lavin.
Well, that was going to be one of my questions, actually, bringing up Linda. How does it feel to have worked with Linda before she passed and having your show be the last of her acting career? That's got to have a special place in your heart.
It is. She always said that this was a great experience for her, which I find, and I believe her. I believe her. She was an honest soul, and that is very gratifying to me. I'm very, very grateful that I got to know her because she's a remarkable person. She was so beloved on that stage, but I'm talking about like every crew person, to every writer. She was beloved. She was the soul of the place.
And if this show is a hit, Linda will have been a big reason why, because she set a tone from day one that we held to and stuck by until the very end.
I just spoke to Nathan and he said that she was so present, and we were saying that she's just a master of her craft. So she was incredible to watch.
I remember during, when we were deciding who, because we hadn't worked with her before, and we mentioned a couple of actresses on a list that was given to us, and Jimmy Burrows, without even missing a beat, was like, Linda Lavin, this is who we're hiring. I said, why do you say that? She's a heat-seeking missile with a joke. She's a classy lady, and she's a phenomenal actress, and that's what she was.
Now, of course, with sitcoms, the writing is second to none, A+. Is there any space for improvisation when you choose a cast like you have chosen?
Not really. That's not what we do. It's very script-centric. I mean, it's certainly a collaboration, and we work on this thing during the week, and we finesse it and polish it throughout the week. And those actors, are welcome to weigh in, and if they can beat what's on the page, God bless. We run a meritocracy, the best idea will out. But there's not a lot of improvisation in this genre at all.
Wow. And I have to say, because they're so hilarious all together, what was outside of takes like? The set, the vibes, I imagine it was just high at all times.
But it's also a very friendly, very generous place. I mean, there was no... people liked each other. It was a nice feeling going down there. It really was. And so was the writing room, and so were the production offices. We've all worked together. This whole crew, pretty much, the majority of the people had all worked together for years. So it was comfortable. It's the cast that was the new element. And they were wonderful. They're kind to each other. They're kind to everybody on the stage. So it was a really, really good feeling.
But they're a focused group. They come in ready to work. They don't waste a lot of energy with hijinks when we're not filming.
Time is money.
Well, no, it's not even that. It's that they are pros, and they're using their energy for exactly the right thing, and that was a delight.
Also, it's interesting because these guys are all from the theater. They're used to rehearsing and rehearsing and rehearsing, and Jimmy Burrows is a sitcom director who's like, okay, we know what we're doing. Let's keep this fresh. I don't want to over-rehearse it. So there's that tension that sort of exists that makes for a good thing. I actually think it's one of the reasons why improvisation doesn't happen very much, because time. You need, in order to improv, you need the time to fail and work it again and fail and work it again and refine it and all that sort of stuff.
And pretend like it's good
Yeah.
when it's not. Yeah.
And because they are all from theatre, did you find that Jim was often maybe trying to bring them down, or he actually loved the fact that there was that theatre presence from them?
He, Nathan Lane is a big theatrical presence, and Jimmy never once said, you make it a little bit more naturalistic. He's He loves it.
Because
In fact,
yeah, well, I think Nathan Lane knows how to modulate the performance. I
Definitely.
mean, and he shows that all over this series where he goes really big, but then he grounds the thing when you don't even know that it's coming, you know, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, there's a human moment.
Yeah, yeah. Even his inflection, I mean, this is a sad moment, but even the way he says Sybil died, you know, there are so many different ways to deliver that line, and to deliver a simple line like that with pain, but with also it's a declarative sentence, and he does it so perfectly and so eloquently in 2 words. You know, it really is masterful. Like, I tried saying it. I remember I tried saying those words, you know, in the shower over and over again, and I couldn't match the way he
Wow.
delivered it. I couldn't do it.
Wow. Now, lucky last question. Fingers crossed for more seasons, of course. We've got some big names from season 1, Jesse Tyler Ferguson, Kimberly Coles. Is there any chance for a Will and Grace crossover?
We've been asked this today. There probably isn't, because well,
I mean, is it conceivable that somebody from that cast could be on this if they are right for the part? It's not what we want to avoid is the gimmick of
Will
hey,
showing up
Yes.
to go on a date
Yeah.
with Bunny. It's winking at the audience. It's breaking the fourth wall, and for us, it would be a little embarrassing for us,
Wow.
because
a
it
little
would
self-serving.
yeah, it would be a little too selfish.
navel-gazing.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. I mean, that we love
We want
that
to keep
thing.
it out of our cubby house.
Yes.
We wanna
Cubby
keep it
house.
out. Yeah.
I like that. Keep them separate. I like that
Yes.
dope. But if it wasn't from Will and Grace, who else would you want as a guest star?
Oh,
Hmm.
I wish I was ready for that. Well, I have one, and I don't want to say, I don't want
Don't
to
wanna
say
jinx it.
but I will say this: I am very excited about the possibility of writing Jerry's family, writing Jerry's Mormon mother and his brothers and sisters, and really the same goes for Arthur's family. I'm excited to write those characters if we get the chance.
Okay, well, I have no doubt you will. It's such a great show. Thank you so much for your
Thank
time.
you.
Thank you.